it's Emily. Welcome back to my anchor station. We're actually on episode 7 of my podcast, if you're listening via Apple Podcast. And if you're on Anchor, feel free to call in with any questions or just to say hi. And if you are listening via Apple Podcasts, why not write me a review if you've got a spare 2 minutes? It'd be awesome to see what you think of my podcast. Now, before I go on to the content of this week's podcast, I want to explain why I sound ill, because I've been ill. So I've been kind of ill all this week with what can only be described as a mix of a stomach bug and flu, which is highly frustrating because obviously I work full time during the week. And what was also annoying is that at work a couple of weeks ago I had a flu jab, because my company do subsidised flu jabs for all the employees, which is great. But yeah, so I had a flu jab 2 weeks ago, and then I managed to actually get ill with practically the flu. So my life's going really good at the moment, but I have been able to work from home this week, which has been good, so I haven't missed out on too much work, which is always a fear of mine, because it's like the fear of missing out. I guess nobody wants to be out of sync at work and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm pretty much almost better now, apart from my voice and kind of a cold. So I thought I would go on anyway and record a podcast, because I haven't recorded one since the start of November. So let's get into the content. So I've got a couple of different topics I want to talk about, and a new segment that I'm going to kind of put at the end, so make sure you listen to the end. So the first topic I want to talk about is something that I've been finding difficult the past couple of weeks, and that is finding what to wear to work, but also trying to keep my room tidy at the same time. So let me explain. So basically, in the morning I get up eventually. It takes me forever to get up in the morning, physically out of bed get up, to the point where my mum is yelling at me to get the hell out of bed. Anyway, once I am up, it takes me forever to decide what to wear. And I used to be good at putting out clothes the day before that I knew I'd want to wear the next day, but now I seem to have gone through this phase where I can't wear something I put out the night before, because I'll change my mind, or I'll want to be more cozy or more covered up, or whatever. So I obviously I make sure I have clean clothes at the weekend to wear during the week, but I never know what to wear, and as a result I'll go through my drawers and through I have my own cupboard as well, and I will literally try on different combinations and things until I'm happy, and then at this stage I might be running behind time, and my room will be messy because I have taken off clothes that I've tried on, or I've taken clothes out of my drawer to get to other stuff, and I don't know how to kind of almost nip it in the bud kind of thing, just decide what to wear sort of thing. And just to explain, I work as a graphic designer in an office, and it's just smart casual wear, so that's great for me because I can be comfortable and wear skinny jeans, Converse, a jumper. That is my usual setup. But I'm the youngest in the office, and everyone else looks really not smart, but almost their outfits are really put together. So I kind of want to look I don't just wear jumpers and Converses all the time. So I'm trying to do more scarf combos and cardigans and t-shirts kind of thing. So if anyone has any tips for how to get, number 1, the hell out of bed in the morning, and number 2, what on earth to wear and how to plan what to wear, that would be great. I've tried also writing down combinations of clothes that I know work together and don't clash colour wise and stuff like that. So I think I need to kind of get back on top of that and try that again. But yeah, any ideas or thoughts, share them with me. The next topic that I want to just discuss is noise, and this time of year. So, noise is something I find really, really hard to deal with, being a sensory being, because it really affects how I see the world and my mood. If I'm in a noisy environment, it can kind of almost shut down my other senses. So for example, I think I've mentioned before that, say if I'm in a restaurant and it's noisy, I don't really take on board that I'm kind of eating and I'm like, whether or not I'm full, and like I don't get a sense of appetite if it's very noisy, which is really weird, but I kind of feel like it is like my sensory system is being kind of taken over by the noise, so that does make sense. So relating it all back to this time of year, it's December, it is what we call party season, and I know people my age, I'm 23, are more likely to be going out and partying and stuff like that. Obviously that is not my scene, as pretty much everyone I know knows the fact that I don't drink, I don't go out partying, I don't go out at all really. So the only thing I can't get away from at Christmas is work dues and things like that. So because I started the job that I'm in at the moment in July, everyone's like, oh, Emily, you've got to come to our Christmas do, our Christmas party, Christmas drinks. And I'm like, okay, you know, I am up for that, in the sense that I want to get to know people more. I want to, even though I get socially awkward anyway, I want to like be seen to be getting involved with stuff outside of work. So I was like, yeah, okay, like, I don't know, in September I kind of said yes to things, and now, like, you know, when you look at your like work calendar and you see stuff's coming up, yeah, I got that last week. So I've realised that this week on Thursday we have like a whole like floor Christmas drinks in town. It was like separated onto different levels in our like big building, and yeah, so like the ground floor we're all going to go out for drinks, so that's going to be a lemonade for me, definitely. But it's cool, like I don't like drinking, I don't like the taste of drink, all that sort of stuff, but I just kind of get the whole kind of, oh, Emily, you're not enjoying yourself, you're not drinking kind of thing, so I'm a bit worried about that. Anyway, so that's Thursday this week, and then on Friday I realised that I'd been invited to some like graduates drinks. So I started work in July, and so did a whole like new wave of graduates. They were kind of like not initiated, but like brought into the company at that time, and they're on a 2-year placement, and because they're more my age as well, I've kind of been, you know, chatting to them more, which is great. But they've invited me out for drinks as well, so I was like, okay, so that's Friday. And then next week we've got our whole like company like works do. So I mean, I think it will be alright, because there'll be lots of people to kind of talk to, but it's going to be quite noisy, and we have to travel to like a venue to get there, because there's lots of us in our company. And then the week after I've got like my little team like a dinner, and that's out in town as well. So this is like 4 different Christmassy events, which are going to be potentially socially awkward, noisy, and just a little bit of a nightmare on the senses for me. So it's not that I'm not looking forward to them, like I'm looking forward to them in terms of like I'll be seen to be doing stuff outside of work, and I might get to know more people, which is great, it's always good. But I don't know, I freeze up, and I get the whole, like, I get quite bad, like, flushing and sweating, so I go red very easily, I sweat very easily, which is not great. I'm almost a human not built for going out and not built for talking to other people. But yeah, it's more that all these things kind of play a part in it, but it's the noise that I am most worried about, because yeah, I can escape from noise, I can go to the toilets wherever I am, which is a place I always use as a little safe haven. I can go and hide in a toilet, but I don't know, I'm trying to think of other ideas. So if anyone has any ideas about how to manage with noises in situations, apart from like using sort of earbuds, which is something I do use and I do carry in my bag, which I will come back to. I'm just trying to kind of deal with it like one event at a time, so I'll kind of see how the first, like these 2 sets of like drinks go on Thursday and Friday, and just kind of go from there, and I've gotten much better at stopping the what if thoughts, like what if it's small and cramped and lots of people are there kind of thing, or if we're in a bar, like, oh, what if I don't get across what I want and I don't have the right amount of change because I can't count, properly. Like, I know I'm telling you about them now, but it's the what if thoughts I try and squash because they're not helpful. They're negative thoughts at the end of the day that my mind is feeding me to be a pain and put me off things. So I like to squash them. I like to say, not kind of talk to my brain, but fight back and say, well, that's not a very helpful thought. I've ordered a drink at a bar before, I'm going to do it again. So I think it's important to get on top of those thoughts quickly and squish them, because nobody needs those thoughts in the back of their head, and they're not helpful at the end of the day. So yeah, I think I'm going to take my earbuds and just, I don't know, try and not be normal, because obviously there is no normal, but try and enjoy it as best as I can. But again, if anyone has any top tips or sort of hacks apart from kind of the whole flight or fright kind of thing, running to the loos like I do. I don't run, I walk, I make sure I don't look too suspicious going to the loo. But if anyone has any ideas, feel free to share them. You can contact me on Twitter or Instagram at 21sensory, or over on my blog, which is 21sensory.wordpress.com. But yeah, let me know if there's anything that works for you. Okay, so here goes. I'm going to try a really random new segment, and I have obviously seen this on YouTube. It's a totally pinched idea, but I thought I'd do a kind of what's in my bag kind of, not tag, I'm not a YouTuber, let's be honest, a kind of segment on my podcast just to go through what's in my work bag and my kind of things that I use every day, or I don't know, just the bits and pieces that I use that help me in my sensory life. So here goes. So I have a really normal kind of backpack that I take to work, a bit like a kind of school rucksacky kind of look. It's grey with half of it's grey, half of it's black, and it has a big front pocket and then just one big main compartment. So I'm going to go straight in. I think I'm going to do the front pocket first. So this is going to be interesting because I haven't cleared out my bag in forever. So let's have a look. Let me unzip it first. Right. So what have we got? We got a lot of medication. I have a packet of ibuprofen, which you can probably hear. Another packet of ibuprofen, a packet of paracetamol and codeine, so cocodamol. I promise I don't take these on a regular basis. It's if I have stomach pain or headaches, things like that. I have some throat, lozenge things, because I've had a sore throat during the week. Fun. I have an extremely tangled pair of headphones, which I'm hoping are still alright and haven't been squished in the bottom of my bag for ages. What else do I have? I have a Sharpie marker and a fine liner, because those are my two best friends at work. I do have real friends, but those are my friends in terms of stationery. And then I also have a little Match Perfection by Rimmel London. It's like a, what do you call it? Concealer, that's it. I'm not very good with makeup. I literally only use concealer to cover up spots, and that's it. That is as fancy as Emily gets in terms of makeup. But yeah, I just keep one of those in my work bag because spots can appear at any time, people. So yeah, and then I think that is it. Yeah, that is it for the front pocket. Okay, so moving on to the main compartment. Let me unzip it. Hang on. Okay. So I have got the main thing in my front pocket is my pencil case, which I'm going to rattle and see if you can hear. That's my pencil case. And in my pencil case I have a hella load of tools. It consists of a highlighter, many fine liners in different colours, a glue stick, a pair of scissors, sharpener, ruler, did I say that already? Pencils, a paint like marker, and what else? I have some newspaper clippings in there, which I've obviously found interesting and put in there to keep. And the last thing I have is a like iPad stylus, not a fancy Apple Pencil, like I'm not that fancy. It's like a paper 53 stylus. You can get them on Amazon if you look them up, but that's the stylus I use on my iPad. Sometimes it's just like a Bluetooth stylus, but I find it's quite it's useful to use if I want to like draw stuff out quickly, or just instead of using my fingers because I'm a bit clumsy. And then I have a lot of biros as well, because I find biros are my best friends in terms of grip, like the kind of yellow biros, the Bic ones, yeah, those are the ones that I use. Okay, and then I have, what else do I have? I have a hat with a very big bobble on it because it's cold in the UK, and mittens as well, which aren't actually that practical to be honest, because you can't do anything when you've got mittens on, but I mean they look good and they're warm inside, so yeah. What else have I got? It sounds like a lot, but I really don't. I have a packet of wet wipes. These are like my best friends, because you can use them, like I use them if I get a bit sweaty, like I have a sweaty face or hands or anything. They're also really good for cleaning my desk, because my desk gets really dusty and I don't really think that the cleaners at work do people's desks, I don't know, anyway. And like they're just really handy to have wet wipes in your bag. I totally recommend them. They're just like Nivea cleansing wipes, they're nothing fancy particularly. What else do I have? I have some couscous. This is gonna sound really weird. Okay, look, you can hear it. That is my couscous. So basically, I get like packets of couscous from the supermarkets because they are so easy to make for lunch. This is a life hack, people. Listen up. So I have vegetable couscous with roasted peppers, and I also have another packet here, and they are Mediterranean flavour couscous. Fancy. Anyway, so I buy them like each week, and you can get loads of different flavours, but I tend to stick to 2 flavours because I am that boring and I like to not change things. Yeah, so they're really good because literally all you do is you dump all the couscous in like one of those kind of Tupperware pots or something, or in a mug when you get to work. Obviously, okay, right, let's go from the start. At lunch, I open the packet and it's all like, it's dried couscous. You pop it in a pot, mug, bowl, whatever. You pour on boiling water and it tells you how much. So how big is this packet? I have no idea. Anyway, you just put boiling water over it, and it's usually about 2 servings, so you put like half a packet in. And yeah, boiling water, leave it for 4 minutes, boom, done. Hot couscous, jobs are good. You can add vegetables to it and stuff, or like, I don't know, you could kind of make your own sort of wraps and put vegetables in fajita kind of thing, but I literally just have it just like that. And I always have a few packets in my bag because you can just, like, say the night before you haven't done your lunch box, or you don't want to buy lunch at work because that can kind of be quite expensive to do that each day. That's what I do. I just pick a packet of couscous out of my bag, and yeah, you literally just add hot water. It is the easiest thing. Oh, here we go. It's 110 grams packet, so it's 2 servings, and this couscous has no artificial flavours, colours or fat. Hydrogenated fat. Yeah. So I kind of feel like it's quite a good, like, filling lunch that is quick and easy to make and doesn't mean that I'm hanging around the kitchen's at work so long, because that can be awkward. Okay, what else do I have in my bag? Okay, so I have, instead of like a purse, I have like a, what do you call it, like a card holder. So I have my debit and credit card in my card holder, as well as like loyalty cards, my rail card, my driving license, that sort of thing. And then I can put notes in the middle, like kind of section. So I have like 6 cards in it, and then in the middle section, that's where I put like change and stuff like that. So it's just easier to carry around, and I'm less, I don't know, I feel like I'm less likely to lose it, and I can keep it in my pocket rather than a big chunky purse. Okay, what else do I have? Oh yeah, here I have my little zip up earbuds case. So in there I've got, I won't open it, I've got my little earbuds in case I need them. I have a unopened lens wipe because I wear glasses. They are suitable for all types of lenses, and they're like individually wrapped, which I guess isn't great for the environment, but it's really handy to just throw a few in my bag, because if you wear glasses, you know they just get dirty all the time. I also have a few other pencils. Don't know if you can hear them. Yeah, I have a few other pencils at the bottom of my bag, which have obviously just fallen out of the pencil case. And the last thing that I have in here is, I have some plasters just in case. I have a Nivea, what's it called, lip balm, that's the one, but I quite like just clicking the lid. But I do use it as lip balm, obviously. So yeah, that's at the very bottom of my bag. And that is it, I think, yeah. I did have a pot of Cheerios I took out at the beginning of this segment, because I thought people would be like, oh, I just got a pot of Cheerios. That's because I wasn't really feeling that great this week, and I didn't really feel like eating that much, so I had some Cheerios. So that is a what is in my bag, and that's what I'd take to work every day. I would also have a water bottle as well. So I'm currently putting my bag back together and trying to get rid of some of the stuff that I really don't need. So I think I'm going to end this podcast here. I feel like it's probably going to be quite a lengthy podcast, because I don't realise, because I record these in like little segments, and then when I upload it to like Apple Podcasts, like until like after I upload it, I can't see how long it is. So like sometimes I realise they're like 20 minutes long. So apologies if this is a really long and rambly podcast. But yeah, hopefully I'll be doing another podcast either next week or the week after. I'm definitely going to do another one before Christmas, so do listen out for episode 8. If there is anything you want me to talk about in particular on these podcasts, rather than just share my experiences and things like that, just get in touch with me, or just kind of tweet or Instagram me, or I'm on the social medias, and you can email me at 21andsensory@gmail.com. I hope you found the little kind of what's in my bag segment useful, even just to I always find it interesting to watch them on YouTube, because I don't know, everyone has their own little quirks and uses certain things to get through every day, so that's quite good. One thing I was going to say that I had out of my bag because I was using it is I have recently bought myself a fidget cube, and they are amazing. They're the original fidget cube by Antsy Labs. If you look them up, I think I got mine from Amazon, and it is from Antsy Labs, so you used to have to get it through their own website, but you can now get them through Amazon. So I highly recommend a fidget cube. If you're struggling to find Christmas present ideas, and you know someone who likes to fidget, or is a little bit I don't know, not even sensory or autistic, literally anyone would love a fidget cube, because they really do keep your hands busy, and it's great if you're thinking, or like me, I'm a designer, I have to think about the ideas before I can kind of design them on a computer, so before I go to draw stuff, I do find it quite handy to kind of think and be doing something with my hands. So yeah, I totally recommend fidget cube as a Christmas present if who are struggling for ideas. Also a classic fidget spinner. You can't beat fidget spinners. I also have one of those. I literally sound like a big kid, but I pretty much am. So that is one thing that wasn't in my bag, but I do take to work sometimes. So I am winding up this podcast now, okay? I'm going. I will hopefully be back soon. And if you do want to contact me, you know where to find me. Okay, bye.